Hey everyone, I'm showing you something really fun today. I have discovered through my friend Colleen introduced me to the Gemstone Orphanage. And so I ordered one of the kits that she featured and I had so much fun with it. And so today I'm going to be showing you an unboxing of one that I got to help out with that is in here. And I'm going to show you how to create a warm up piece of jewelry. And also, I'll be introducing you to my new twins. So I have just adopted two twin gemstones. It's such a cool concept, isn't it? It's just a fun thing to you meet them for the first time, and then they come in these sweet little bags that have their names inside. It reminds me of when I was a kid, and I used to get Cabbage Patch dolls. So it has that old house feel. And so what I'm going to be showing you today is the adopted gemstones, and then I'm going to be showing you my dress it up bag and findings bag. We'll go through what's in it, and then we'll do a piece of warm up jewelry. I'm thinking bracelet and earrings. And then I'm going to be doing more videos that feature the stones themselves, which I'm going to be doing a pair of earrings and a necklace with those. So let's dive in and open this up. So what you can see here on my mat is the congratulations. You have adopted twins. One is good, but two is better. Now, there is an option for you to adopt a single stone as well. And the difference being that the single stone is going to be a marquise and it'll be a top drilled. And then the other stones are cabochons. And I'm going to be doing a seed beaded bezel with a cabochon. So that much I know. Let's open up our certificate. Or actually, let's start with the really important stuff. So you are now the proud and very fortunate owner of an orphan gemstone, or in my case, gemstones. And so it says that let's step back for a minute and discuss what it means to adopt one. So each of these stones has been photographed with its features noted. It's listed on a master registry at the Gemstone Orphanage, and it comes with an adoption certificate. And you can receive each one with your stone. It has beautiful pictures on it, and it has the different things about the properties of the stone. And on here, there's also care guide and an invitation to join the Facebook group and share your experience. And so I'm going to be opening these beautiful. I have my twins, and then I have an example for you of the single stone so that I can provide you with project inspiration for both types. So let's open them up. All right, so let's meet our orphans. When you get yours, you'll either have twins, like I do, or you will have a single orphan, which is a top drilled pendant. That much I know. But let's go ahead and open them up, and then we will look at their adoption certificates. Let's see. Let's start with the twins. Wow. Oh, it's so pretty. So, making a guess, I believe there's a little card in here. Uh-huh. So this one is Jadzia, which is Polish for warrior maiden. And here is her certificate. And so it is an undrilled cabochon. And the plan that I have for this one and her sister is to do an earring with a seed beaded bezel. And I'll be showing you that in the dress up bag. There is the back of the stone and the front of the stones. You can just get a very close look at that. I'll bring that up to the camera. Here, let me just move that really quick. There we go. I want that to focus really well so you can see there's so much depth to the stone. Oh, wow, look. See the translucency? So the moss agates always to me just seem like you're walking through a forest. They're so beautiful. And growth crystal. So you can read all of these beautiful details about your stone and how to care for it. How to care for your stone is on the other sheet that I was showing. Let me grab that back really quick. On the really important stuff. So avoiding direct sunshine and extreme heat and chemicals. Of course, all those things you'll want to just double check for and keep it close to you. and make it your stone mate. And in this case, let's open this one. This one comes with its own mate, a little twin. So, not identical twins, they are fraternal twins. So this is Jaden. Wow, that looks to me almost like the Milky Way, like a nebula, little cloud. So pretty. Look at that. In the back view. What a cool concept this is. This is just so fun. All right, and last but not least, you've got their big sister. And so this is Chloe, and she is a top drill dependent. Let me get you the sheet on that one. Mostly green and white going on here. Very clouds, like very where I live, this is the kind of weather we have. There's the green and the gray. Those seem to be the colors that really draw me to. It's a marquise shape. It is a top drill, front to back. So it's going to make a really nice pendant. So pretty. Oh, neat. So legend says moss agate can prevent insomnia. That's cool. And we all need a boost to our creativity. Wow. So this is a really fun experience opening one of these. I always really enjoy both watching my friends unbox theirs because they're all different. They're all unique to you. You get a very special stone each time. And so we're going to be opening next the Dress It Up bag along with its findings companion. And then I'm going to create some warm-up jewelry for us. And so your Dress It Up bag will have a lot of beautiful beads in it. I already spy a beautiful seed bead mix that was inspired by the moss agate. Let me just move these aside really quick so you can get a nice view of it. So let's go ahead and see what's inside. I'm going to start with the seed beads. So there's size 8. And then there's a size 11 mix. And this is a custom mix that complements the beautiful moss agate. Look at that. It's so pretty. And an extra set of seed beads here. And I have the seed bead information here. So the custom size 8, custom size 11. And then there's also the emerald size 11. And there's 5 grams of a galvanized silver 15-0, which given that I'm doing a bezel is going to come in really, really handy. And so that's probably in here. I spotted it. There we go. There we are. So there's a really cool bezel planned for both of these guys here. And that'll be one of my future tutorials that I'm working on. That is so pretty. All right. And the next items in here, let's just go for the gemstone strand. And I'm just taking a look really quick at my sheet. Moss agate rounds. These appear to be the 4mm moss agate rounds. Oh, those are gorgeous. Look at that. Also may come in handy in the bezel as part of the, part of surrounding it. And let me see if I can get the gemstones in order. Here's the 6mm. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. And let's see. I'm going to open up the faceted rounds, 3mm. Lots of options here. This is going to be really, really fun to work with. Just going to lay those out in order. My beautiful stones here. And the next thing that jumped out are these gorgeous crystals. And these are a lot of fun. These can become so many beautiful things. They can be a chain, a separate piece of jewelry. And I do plan in this video to make just a quick make and have a little piece of jewelry that I will use as the picture for this video. So I'm going to make something together with you guys today. And then there'll be additional recordings for our cabs and an additional recording for the top drilled stone. Let's see what else is in here. I'm just going to move these aside really quick. All right, this one is cool. These are opalite cubes, a little mix of white and green. And you get a lot of them to work with. And because there are 15s in here, one of my most favorite things to do, and it's a go-to, I do it a lot, is just create a beautiful bracelet using seed beads as the spacer. That is going to be fun. So it's little easy things to get started, just to get you warmed up. Let me get those back in there. I'm staying organized. All my beautiful beads here. All right. Ooh, these are pretty. Look at those. Little tiny 3mm opalite. These are opalite faceted rounds. Those are going to come in handy with a lot of the seed beading ideas that I have. That will be really fun. And here's a little bit larger opalite faceted round, 4mm in size. Look at the sparkle on that. That has a lot of little glimmer to it. Let's roll those around. It's so pretty. All right, and let's take a look and see. I spy the other ones. You also get a 6mm opalite round. Now I'm thinking of a graduated strand. That could be really fun. Yeah, those are so pretty. Guys, there's a lot in these dressed up bags. When I first watched my friend Colleen's video, she was doing an unboxing of one, which became the first one I purchased, and I was just blown away by the number of variety of things in the bag. Look at that. Ooh, that's a neat shape. Wow. Oh, it almost looks like a little balloon. Little lantern. Let's see which one this is. This is the Crystal Global Faceted Lantern. I believe that's what these are. Oh, wow. I'll sit and stare at those for a while. All right. And, oh, this is neat. So this could have a stitching potential. These remind me a little bit of a carrier bead. Let's see what these are. They are rock crystal 2-hole rectangles. Wow. Crystal's a stone that's really vibing with me right now. I'm going to have to do something that features those. There's more than one class or 2 or 3 or 4 in these bags. You could go to town with these. So these look like an opalite rondelle. Yep, opalite rondelles. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, neat. Oh, wow. Hey, these are matte. Can you see they're matte and they have a glow? Like a little AB flash on them. Frosted AB white crystal rondelle. 3x2mm. Crystals like this size, are really easy to work with. Those are really fun. Oh, I do love a good 2-hole bead. Mini gem duo and a gold splash chalk. So gem duos are so fun, and having a 2-hole bead really, it takes the potential for you to do designs and just levels that right up. A 2-hole bead gives you an extra dimension to work with. Let's see. Oh, a hexagon, crystal hexagon AB clear. These are an A grade. Look at that. Wow, 6x5x4mm. Beautiful, beautiful beads. Oh my goodness, my mind is just spinning with ideas right now. I'm gonna have to slow my mind down somehow and focus. Oh wow, look at this one. Oh wow. So this is a moss agate flower focal. I'm feeling like I need to make a bracelet today and just wear this. Can you see it? As the focal for a beautiful bracelet and with some of these other beads mixed into it. That is beautiful. Let's set that one right here next to our stones. Oh, wow. Look at this. I'm just looking at the sheet to find the name. They're obviously a flower. Oh, opalite flowers. There we go. Here we go. Look at those. You get a lot of them too. I'm not dumping them all out. There's a bunch in there. What's the size on that one? That is a 6mm. That is so fun. Oh my goodness. And let's see what else. Daggers. Daggers are fun. I love working with daggers. They're just the coolest way to make a little pop of dimension on your work. Look at those. Oh, there's a little AB to it. And it was almost a frosted feeling to it. Let's see. They are frosted AB white crystal. Oh no, hang on. Dagger beads are AB frosted clear. That Aurora Borealis finish really levels them up. Look at that. And last but not, oh, there's two more to go. And this one looks like moss agate cubes. And that could be cute with the opalite cubes. You can see that coming together. Here we go. Last but not least, there are these bamboo, moss agate bamboo, 12 by 5mm. I feel like those would be a cool earring. See, they could be a dangle and drop. If you did like that. Dangle and drop earring. And then any of these beautiful pieces here at the bottom. That could be really cute. So neat. So there is the Dress It Up bag. And I'm just going to go ahead and clear my mat. And there's another thing I want to show you. All right. And so there is also a findings bag. And that just, it's packed with beautiful things. And I have my findings list here. So let's show you what's in this one. Oh, these are pretty. Look at that. Wow. Oh, and these little dangles. Oh, that's interesting. That's a suspension. So that could be for earrings, actually. Oh, and this is open. So you could even do something where it hooks. There's a lot you can do there. And you get two, so very neat for earrings. That's cool. That one is a green CZ connector flower. And it says it's platinum plated. And then these are interesting. Little S shapes. So they drilled through this and through that. Oh, interesting. I wonder what I could do with those. You can make all kinds of little shapes with them. Let me see what these are called really quick. These are the antique silver 14 by 10mm beetle link? No, sorry. These are going to be the S-shape 2-hole connector bar in antique silver, 18 by 6mm. That's what these are. Those are cool. I've never seen a connector like that before. Oh, I like these. Look at those. Okay, so these are the dotted bar connector. I'm assuming the 26 by 7mm dotted bar connector. Antique silver. Oh, pretty. Look at this one. One. Oh, wow. Look how cute these are. You get a lot of them, too. Oh, that might be neat at the bottom of the earring idea that I had. So the two moss agate bamboo, and then this could be at the bottom, and we could dangle even another stone below those. Wow, those are pretty. And I'm just glancing at the sheet for their name. Oh, so many beautiful things in here. Oh, this is a neat one. You know, in a seed bead design, this could be a cool stabilizer. So this is a daisy spacer 4-hole connector. at that. That is really cool. I'm gonna have to put my thinking cap on. There's a lot of potential happening here. Ooh, beautiful. Ear wires, I believe these are. Oh, wow, look at those. Now that is a fancy ear wire. That would look lovely with these. Wow, so pretty. Yeah, those are really, really nice. Oh, wow, look at this. Some clasps in here. A couple versions of clasps. So here's an S hook clasp, flowers and leaves. I love a good clasp like this one. It's a nice one to use for a beautiful necklace. I might combine these. This might be the finish for this one. And then, oh my goodness, look at this. 2 magnetic clasps. How cool are these? I do love a good magnetic clasp. And then this one, multi-strand bracelet. Yeah. Magnetic. Very pretty. Oh my goodness, this one is so great. I keep those together. Oh, and that was it was right there in front of me. It was the clasp magnetic heart. Long-lasting platinum, and then the 3-strand platinum plated. Right there in front of me. So a lot of these guys, it looks like they're platinum plated, heavy platinum plated, and with CZs. So a lot of beautiful things happen in there. That was the one I held up a moment ago. Wow. Oh, neat. Look at that. Okay, so in a 3-stranded bracelet, this could be a way to bring them together. See the way that looks? And so picture it with this clasp here at the back, and then this could be a focal running along the front just to keep those strands together. You know, it's been a while since I've done a multi-strand, and this is going to make it so easy. And there's so many beads. You just see there being a nice little multi-strand going on there. This is a packed findings bag. Oh my goodness. I will not be running out of findings. Oh, another one. So this would make for 2 strands. So see? A little 2-strand connector, and then this is another platinum plated. I'll find it on here for you. 2-strand flower link, and this one is antique silver. Forgive me. Yeah, this one is so cool. I think that the green one is the one I held up earlier. Wow, if you have this many gorgeous things to choose from, focusing is going to be the challenge for me. Like, oh my goodness, too many ideas. And this one is a chain. So there is antique silver chain. I don't know what Lumicina is, but I love that. I hope I said that right. So pretty. Goodness, look at this. This is a very unique chain. I wonder if I could do a little chain earring. Oh, look at that. The little swirls going on. Oh my goodness. You get a lot of it too. That's a lot of chain. 36 inches of chain. So what I think I read here. Yeah. 36 inches. So that is quite a lot of chain. Definitely stash builder here. Oh my goodness. A tube bail. That is very, very, very pretty. Oh my goodness. And I'm just looking for the name on here. Oh, right there at the top, tube bail. So that is an antique silver with filigree flowers. Wow, look at that. Oh, I love that. So pretty. Oh, nice. Some earring posts. So these are going to be the CZ ear studs. Again, these are a platinum, long-lasting platinum. Wow, look at those. That's so pretty. These are going to get used for sure. There's going to be a lot of earrings. I'm feeling like there's going to be a lot of earrings with this. There's just no shortage of ideas. So here's a filigree ear wire, platinum plated. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's pretty. A lot of very precious metals in this. All right, I'm down to the last two. And here I have a glue bail. And so if you were going to do, if you want to do the stitched bail with me, awesome. But you could also use these glue-on bails. And there's two. So you would have a way to connect like that. So that would work out really well. But it's saying here on the sheet that in the event you got a pendant, that there would be a pinch bail included. So you may also have a pinch bail if you were getting just the single orphan with the top drill. I've got one more bag here to show you. This one is, oh cool, beautiful little spacers. Oh, there's 2 holes. Look at that. That's neat. Oh, picture that on a necklace design. I can see it with let me show you the beads really quick. The idea popping in to my mind is one of these. And you can use these as a spacer because they have the right width for each other. And then you'd have this little dangle here at the end. And you could put dangles. So you'd have one of these bracelets that just picture it laid out like that. And there'd be other beads going on. But between each one, a dangle happening. I might need to do that. That might be my warm-up project. I think I'm going to do, let's design at least one pair of earrings and a bracelet and see where we go from there. We might have more ideas pop out for this video, but that is the findings bag, the dress it up bag. And in my case, I have a set of twins and I have the top drilled orphan. And then this comes with your dress it up bag, your beads, and everything here is included when you order the dress it up bag, I believe. And so there's beautiful things to read with this that will just, get you into the vibe of your designing. Wow. Yeah, it definitely has like that foggy feeling. Very tranquil stones. So pretty. All right, so let's get a warm-up bracelet started. I'm going to start with the magnetic clasp, and I'm going to use some of the 15-0 seed beads. And I've selected a lot of the moss agate gemstones and a lot of the opalite. And then I selected these gorgeous ones, which again are the crystal hexagon. No, hang on. Forgive me. The crystal global faceted lanterns. So that's those right there. And so I'm going to be using some of those. I thought those would be pretty. Just gives it some pop. And of course, I'm going to use this one. I think this one just like this ready to just become a bracelet like right now. So it's ready to just jump onto some strands. So I'm going to use some fine soft flex, and then I'm going to use a crimp at the end with my beautiful clasp there. So let's get started. I might string and restring, you know how it is when you're designing, but I like to work from the spool. And so I'm just going to put the little click back on there and start stringing and see what I come up with. So I thought maybe these would be a nice way to start the edge, or actually one of these. Think about this when you're starting a design. If you're someone who, like me, likes to bring your strand back through after you've done a crimp, choose one of the opalites because they have a very generous hole diameter. We're going to have no problem getting our strand right back through that. So yeah, let's start with that. And I'm just going to wind this a little bit over here in the corner so we can get a really good view of all these beautiful beads. There we go. And let's see. So from this one, we will do a 15-0 seed bead. String that on. And let's do some color jumping. So since I'm starting here with a 4mm opalite, let's head to the 4mm moss agate next. just so they stand out from each other a lot. There you go. I just love a simple stringing design. It's just a way to get the creative juices flowing. See how pretty that's going to be? And honest to goodness, these are the kind of things I just always will pick up and put on usually. Let's go for a flower. I'm eager to use these. And a 15. So I'm just going to string along like this, and I'll show you what I come up with. All right. So don't be afraid to dump those beads out and just start playing. But isn't this gorgeous? When you have beautiful beads like this, you don't have to try very hard to come up with something that is amazing. And there's so much variety happening there. So that's half of my bracelet. I'm going to bring on the Moss Agate Floral Focal. And I wanted to point out that because it is a flower and indented, we may need to add more than 115. I'm going to add 3. So from my last bead, I'm going to string 3 here. And then go through that side. And let's just test it. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, see, that's going to work out really nicely. On this side, we just need the 1. And I'm going to double check it for you. I'm going to make sure that, because it's very generously drilled, but the 15 is not going to fall through. So you're good using the 15 as a spacer. Wow, that's cool. See, half of it. So I'm going to repeat back out this beautiful pattern that I did. You could always make it different, but I'm going to repeat it out and see how I like it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Isn't that stunning? Okay, so for sure, my mom's going to take this one, guaranteed. I promise she will. So yes, it's so pretty, but I think you'll have so many beads. You can make another band just like this. And even though I only have one of the focals, there's a lot of other beautiful beads in the Dress It Up bag that could become a focal. I also thought about maybe turning some of those mini gem duos into a flower. We could easily do that with some of the faceted rounds in between. So stick with me because there's stuff coming. These ideas are going to start to flow now, and I'm going to start having a lot of them. And I'll just pop the camera on when I put them together. But let's put our closure on this, and then let's make a pair of earrings so we at least have a jewelry set for the day, and maybe this other bracelet needs to come into being as well. So let's put on my crimp, and then I'm going to go ahead and string on my clasp really quick. I'm still working from the spool, and I'm using a crimp bead. I think that they come out very nice, and then this working from the spool saves a lot. It saves you a lot of beading wire. Closing my crimp bead. See, I do like a crimp bead. It's very beautiful. And especially from one of the sides, it literally just looks like one of the seed beads. So these are number 1 crimp beads. And I am working with fine soft flex. All right, and so slide this down. And I don't know if this is going to go through the 15 or not. It might. Let's see. I like to at least trap 1 bead. And so I'm going to trim this a little bit shorter, maybe right to about there. And that beautiful opalite bead will slide right over it. There we go. Sliding that down. Do you think we need a dangle? I'm going to put a dangle on one of the ends. I think we should do it. Okay, and just trim from the spool here, leaving myself a little extra room. Here's my crimp bead. If you set those next to your 15s, just make sure you double check that they're not a 15 OC bead, and have that ready to go. All right, and then I'm going to go through the other side of my beautiful clasp here. This little tiny clasp is it's one of my favorite things. I have a style that's very, I guess it's sort of minimalist, I guess. But I really like that. It's just very simple, very beautiful. Let's try to make my loop about the same on both sides. Because why not? There we go. About that much is great. And same thing, it's going to struggle a little smidgy bit with the clasp there, but that is okay. There we go. I always find working with magnetic with these metal tools is kind of an adventure, but worth it. There we go. Perfect. So just a simple warm-up bracelet. Stunning. Now I left a little room here at the base for a dangle, and I do love a good dangle. So I have some head pins. And what bead do you guys think would make a great dangle? I'm leaning towards an opalite, but we're next to an opalite here. So let me think on that for just a second. So that is perfect. Just picture it. It's going to be a nice little continuation there. And I'm going to just get my round nose pliers out. And just bend that forward. And I'm going to make a wrapped loop. So before I finish that wrapped loop, I'm going to open one of the sides so I can get my, if you can get your fingernail under it like that, it should slide no problem right over your beading wire. Hold everything steady. I have this nice little, this is actually my crimper, but it makes a great, what's it called? Fine point chain nose as well. It kind of doubles as both, I feel like. And then just being a little bit more careful than that. There we go. All right. Might push that just a little hair down there and trim it. Okay. And I'm just tucking my tail. I'll flip that side there. Working with beautiful gemstones like this, I'm not afraid to go slow. Don't want to nick anything or have anything. There we go. Look at that. So I know it's a simple design, but it's going to be my favorite thing to put on until my mom steals it, in which case then I'll need to make another one. But yeah, look at that. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness. All right, let's make a pair of earrings, guys. I know exactly what I'm doing for earrings. I'm going to grab those bamboo moss agates. All right, I have a plan. I'm going to use this gorgeous chain and these gorgeous connectors with these ear wires, the filigree, in a dangle and drop design. And so the first thing I did is I just came along and made sure that the loop on the bottom is closed. And I've got these beautiful bamboo moss agate. Now I want to put something in between. So the vision I have right now is to have chain suspending from the bottom. There may or may not be another bead there. Still musing on that. But chain coming out of the bottom there. I might make a smaller jump ring. That's a 6mm. I have some 4. We'll play with that. And then I was going to, at the bottom of the chain, drop some gemstones or crystal or opalite, something from the bottom. So there. And I was going to put something in between 2 of the bamboos. So each earring would look like this. I can save those other 2. So like this. And I need a statement thing here. I'm thinking something that is more in the, maybe in the white. I'm in love with these. I could bring these back out. Or just to do something different, we could go with the cubes. And those would be very neat looking. Let's see what happens with each of the colors. So there's the green. And here's the white. So that's one idea. And the other idea I had was to get the 6mm opalite rounds, which I know I used on the bracelet, but this is a matching set, so it would look really nice together. But the crystals might be the winner. So let's look at this first. Let's see how that is. That. Or those. Or in the white. Oh, this is tough. I like it all. I wonder if I need to do maybe a combination. Maybe I put the opalite. It's going to be a very long earring if I do this, but I could do something like that in between. Let's look. Yeah. Super, super statement there. But you know what? I'm thinking the crystal. Yeah, because I want to save these. I have an idea for my chain later, so let's do that. And let's just go with the white crystal. And again, those are I'm really drawn to them. They're the Crystal Global Faceted Lanterns. Keep grabbing them. I keep picking them up no matter what I'm working on. All right, so let me get some head pins. And I'm going to just do some simple loops for this one. So let's get my round nose pliers. Simple loop, side one. Let's trim the base here. All right, and let's start with the top. So we'll go ahead and string on this one. And then bend my wire forward. Trim to about 1/4 inch. I eyeball it nowadays, but if you measure, that can be really helpful too if you're just getting started. But about 1/4 inch, and then I know on my pliers whereabouts that is just from sight, but it's kind of almost halfway to the middle, but not quite. And you get a really nice little simple loop there. And then I like to take my chain nose and my square chain nose. And what I'll do is I'll straighten those out like that. So let's do that. We're going to create a simple loop connector with all of these components. So with each of the bamboos, all 4, and with the crystals. And then let's meet up here to construct our earring. All right, so from here, let's construct our earring. I'm going to start by opening the bottom. Actually, I'll open the crystal here. And so these are simple loops, so you can just take your chain nose pliers and just laterally open those loops. And then if you have a direction in which you'd like them to hang, just go ahead and make sure you suspend the right side. And then I close up that loop. And I like to take my square nose and just adjust that back out. So just like that. And then here at the bottom of this one, I'm going to open up the loop here. And we'll attach it here. All right, so there's the main construction that I'm going for. And here's our beautiful ear wire. We can pop that on the top now. And I'm just identifying the side that opens. We'll place the ear wire on there. Close that up. There we go. That looks great. So far, so good. Now let's make it extra special. We'll put something on the bottom here. I'm going to go ahead and open this part of the earring. And the reason I'm doing this part first before the chain idea is I want to get an idea for how it's going to look. So at the spot here, I want to make sure that I suspend this in the right direction so that I have the front side facing. So based on that, it does spin a little bit, but I think that's the direction I want it to go. And I have some bent nose pliers, and I like to use those if ever needed to straighten and or adjust these to face the right direction. If you ever need to do that, that's how I like to do it. And so there's the basic construction there. Now that is already a pretty long earring. And I'm making a minimalist bracelet and then some super statement dangle and drops. But why not, right? So we're looking at 3.5 from the ear wire already. So I'd like to do a little cluster chain, maybe adding another inch. So these are going to be some shoulder dusters. And the chain is so beautiful. I just couldn't resist using it. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to add more than just chain. And I was still musing on the size of the jump ring. So let's look at what we've got here to see how it looks. So let's open that up. And excuse me for the sniffles. I am in allergy season all the way these days. So it's going to string on one chain. And just for audition purposes, let's put the chain onto the bottom here. And let's just have a look at the length. So actually, we're going for something even longer. We're going for about 4.5 or 5. So when you cut these lengths, just be really careful that you don't cut more than one. And leave yourself a bottom loop, right? So you're going to have one that you're going to have to kind of sacrifice one link. So here I'm going to remove it from both the one I'm attaching, and then at the bottom you want to separate out so that you have an attachable link for the other. So I'm going to do that again. So let's go ahead and get our jump ring going. There's one. Here's our second one. All right. So let's go for, just have a look at that. Yeah. Okay. And so I'm going to just make each, I think I'm going to do 3 chains. So there's one. Here's number 2. It's going to be one link longer. And we will be putting a little drop at the bottom. I think that's a requirement because it's going to be very pretty. And then here, I'm just going to remove that part of the link that I had already cut. There we go. And then just don't be afraid to go slow. Take a quick look at it. Make sure that you've got the links that you're hoping for. And let's take a look at the jump ring again. I want mine to hang in order of the shortest to longest. And I'd like the short one to be in the front of the earring. So let's make sure as I put on my jump ring, there we go. I'll drag it out like that. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. So we'll have this side go like that so that my shortest side, oh, forgive me. Let's flip that. There we go. Let's go ahead and close that up. So I'm going to get my square nose to hold one side of the jump ring. We could always also dangle a crystal right at the top. I think I might need to do that. And there we go. I have not trimmed the chain yet. I'm still auditioning everything. There we go. So shortest to longest there. Front of the earring. Everything looks really good. So we'll trim here. All right. I mean, that by itself is beautiful. Maybe I don't need to put dangles. What do you guys think? Even that right there is amazing. Maybe I just need to put a little crystal at the top. Let's look. Let's play with it. And then I will wrap up this video and I will get started on our bezel. And I'll get started on our other dangly. That's going to have lots of little wrap loops. That one's going to take me a hot minute, but it's going to be so pretty. And then, of course, I'm going to do a gorgeous necklace that highlights this beautiful, beautiful one. So each of these is going to be something really special when I'm done. Let's just take a quick look at what would be a good little dangle for right here. I have not used these yet. These are the Hexagon AB crystal. And that was the Crystal Hexagon AB Clear A grade. Look at those. Ooh, they're so pretty. Let's string that on. And let's do a simple loop so we can move it around. We may want to change our minds. For a simple loop, I will just hold everything steady and use my thumbnail to bend at about a little more than a 90-degree angle. So like that. Once again, I'm going to trim it to a 1/4 inch. So roughly there. And let's roll right up to the top. Very pretty. Open that. And let's just suspend it right here on the front. This one looks like a ladybug to me, doesn't it, kind of? Or even a firefly. It could be either. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cute. So there we go. Let me finish the other one. And I'll hold them up for you. But dangling, I'm looking at him here from an angle you can't see as well. Let me lay him down. But I want you to get a good view here on the mat of how cute that looks when you're wearing it. Isn't that glamorous? It's so pretty. Yeah, it's perfect as it is. I really love it. All right, let's make the match. And then I will get started on the other ones. So be on the lookout for more videos from me using these beautiful stones as the features. It's gorgeous, gorgeous moss agate.